Hey guys, it's Abbie from Make Life Your Runway, and I'm here with our mid-year makeup empties. So this is everything from January of 2022 to today, which is the end of June. I did do this last year. I did some check-ins throughout the year, and then for sure December or early January I did all the makeup I finished in the year. So you can go through my channel and find those videos. But I always hold off until I have enough that I feel like is worth sharing with you. So here's where we're at. If you know the basket, you know the basket. Our goal every year is to fill it up. So if you're curious to see where we're at and what we finished, then just keep watching. Here we go. All right, as I said, every year we try to fill the basket. And ideally, we would be about halfway, midway through the year. But using up products doesn't really happen like that. I feel like there's periods of not using anything, and then there's periods of using a lot, and everywhere in between, really. There is the sun coming through, so I'm very glowy, you know? So part of that is my makeup, but part of that is also the sun coming through. So we're just having a sun glowy summer moment here as we go through our empties. So, okay, a couple of these things are decluttered, which I will take out of here after this video so I can pass it along, so that this is all truly makeup I finished and not decluttered or gone off makeup. So like I said, here's the basket. We're a little less than half in here, so let's go through everything I've used up. Let's go through the first couple of things. What I've decluttered that I'm gonna go ahead and move into somewhere else is the Covergirl Clean. This is just their traditional pressed powder, and I have mine in 110 Classic Ivory, which is generally a good color from Covergirl for me. And here's what it looks like. So the powder, or the product I should say, is pretty good. It's just the smell. It's that traditional Covergirl smell. I literally just smell it all day long, and I can't stand it. So I am going to declutter that. And the other thing, usually I've kept makeup sponges just so I can keep track of how many makeup sponges I go through a year, but I decided I don't want to do that anymore. So I did throw one in. This is the L'Oreal one, I believe, which I do like, and I used it. I'm going to throw it out, and I'm just not going to include those anymore. So I had the one, but that's that on that. So the rest of this is truly makeup I've 100% used up, which is such a good feeling. I have changed my mindset around makeup so much through the years, and I'm very much in a moment of, what should I say, enjoying what I like, knowing what I like, and just using that, and not purchasing a lot of makeup unless it's something that I'm truly interested in, or if it's I need to replace something. But I no longer want to have a large backstock of particular categories like concealers and foundations and primers and setting sprays. I really just want to have one to two products in each category, and I'm getting there. Very slowly I'm getting there. And if you watched my project pan update number 1 for 2022, I talked a lot in that video about this topic, so I won't talk about it too much right now, but you'll see some of that reflected here if you did watch the video. So I guess we'll try to go categories of how makeup is applied. So the first thing we used up is the Milani Bright Side Primer. I really enjoyed this. This is the Illuminating Primer Vitamin C. I used it today for the last time, and I really like it. I enjoyed it. We had it in a weekly makeup basket project pan, and I'm glad we used it. And this is going to be the model of how I want to use products. So I bought this semi-recently. It was either towards the end of last year or early this year, somewhere in there. It's less than a year old, and I've already used it up. That's what we're going for over here. So that is one product done, primer. And then I have used up 3 foundations. I should say I finished up because I didn't start using them this year. The first one is the Forever Foundation by Dior, or it's called Dior skin forever. This one was in number 10 as far as color goes. This particular one is no longer made, but I really loved using this. It a little bit illuminating. It was more of just like a natural skin finish, and it was really thin and lightweight, but still had about a medium coverage to it. I just loved it. Every product sat beautifully on it, but I'm glad I used it up and it didn't just go bad in my collection. Here's another CoverGirl product, CoverGirl True Blend. This is their True Blend foundation. Again, classic ivory is generally my color from them, and it is a hydrating foundation, and it has like a medium coverage. I really like this. It's a little bit thicker than the Dior one. I don't love that about it, but I do love the finish, and I do love that it is hydrating and other products sit well on it. So maybe one day I would repurchase, but it's not one that I feel like I need to immediately have back in my collection. The third foundation that we used was the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1, and my color is 00B Light. It actually might be a little bit too light for me. This is a very high coverage foundation, and it's a little bit thicker, so you don't need very much or else your face is going to feel pretty cakey. And I always use like an illuminating primer underneath it, so good moisturizer, like lots of moisturizer, a glowy primer, and then a very light, like a pump all over the face, and it's absolutely beautiful. But you can get cakey really fast with this, so you have to be careful with it. It's not one that I feel I need to repurchase, but I did enjoy using it. I just personally don't use a lot of full coverage foundations, especially not right now in summer. So it was nice. Glad we used it and didn't waste it. We have a few setting powders that we've gone through. So I typically go through a good bit of powder throughout the year because I use it every time I put makeup on. And even times I don't wear makeup but I have a glowy SPF, I'll still kind of set it a little bit so it doesn't feel like greasy or tacky on my face. So the first one is the L'Oreal Infallible. This is a loose setting powder. So this actually was in my project pan last year. That's why there's a star on it. And I just couldn't get through it. This one is in 612 translucent light medium. The powder's pretty good. The packaging is a pain in the butt because it's so small and there isn't a close or open shifter. It's just like a traditional shifter there. So product is literally everywhere. So I ended up using it in my bathroom so that I could just clean up the mess, whereas in here it was just like a disaster to always be cleaning up that powder. But I do like this. I don't think I would ever repurchase it, but I think it was nice. It's a great drugstore option. It just wasn't a favorite primarily because of the packaging. Here is one that I would definitely repurchase, and I've almost thought about it a few times, but I haven't at this point. The L'Oreal Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. Mine is in 300 Ivory. Here's what the outer packaging looks like. And then when you open it, there's nothing in there. Woo! How satisfying is that? It's gone. So this is really nice because it's a little bit glowy and hydrating. So if you are like me and you like really glowy products, so you'll do like glowy primer or glowy foundation, but then most powders will matte a lot of it down. So having something like this that's a little bit glowy helps you keep it intact, and it just looks so pretty. You can use it as a finishing powder or an actual true powder foundation. Do a little primer, a little concealer, and then finish this on top, and it's so nice. So I'll definitely repurchase this down the road. I have a few that I want to work through first. This one I've had for a very long time, at least since 2019, if not longer. I used most of it and then the rest broke. So this is the Makeup Revolution Bacon Blot and Banana Light. And yeah, so this broke first. Oops, a little powder still falling out. But here is the nice empty pan. So some of it did fall out and break and I couldn't use, but I used the majority of it, so I'm going to count it. I didn't love this to go directly on top of concealer because I think it's a little thick and can crease. But I do like it kind of like a finishing under eye powder. So my whole makeup's done, everything's set, and then just kind of dusting this through my T-zone, I find it does truly brighten my face. So I really liked it. I don't think I'll repurchase that because my makeup habits have changed, and I just kind of want products that are one and done and not going in with another layer or doing another step. And I have currently some other products in my collection that I could use as I use that one, so probably won't repurchase anytime soon, but it is a good product, super affordable. But that's it for powders. Okay, setting spray, the Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray, tried and true. Really love this product, so definitely would repurchase. This was already a repurchase. Quite a bit of mascaras. I go through mascaras 3 to 4 months. Like, I stick true to that because of they can infect your eye. Also, if I don't like a mascara, I'm not really going to force myself to use it, especially if it was like a pretty affordable mascara and I had a coupon and all of that. So Benefit Bad Gal Bang, this was a sample size. Did really enjoy using this. I like the brush pretty well on it. L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. This transferred a lot on me, so I don't think that I would repurchase that one. I did really love the Fenty Beauty mascara. It didn't transfer. It did everything. Like, it made volume, volumized. It filled in my lashes. It looked really pretty. Didn't really flake away or anything like that. So I really like that one. I don't love these Maybelline Colossal ones. I've tried a few different ones because I keep getting CVS coupons, so they end up just being a couple of dollars. But I think I'm going to stop taking advantage of that deal because I don't love them. The brushes are typically too big, so they just go everywhere when I'm applying my makeup. I don't feel like they look that great on my lashes. And then this is a repurchase. This used to be my favorite for a long time, the L'Oreal Double Extend Mascara. So there's a primer on one side and mascara on the other side. I used to really love this, like purchase and repurchase and repurchase, but now I don't really feel that way about it. So I'm open to getting it down the line, but I don't love it like I used to love it. But it was nice to revisit it. And then we just have some liner brow type products. So I had the Clinique quick liner for eyes that was given to me Ulta birthday gift. And I think there wasn't very much product in it because I didn't use it very much, but I'm not able to use it and it doesn't twist up anymore. But this was nice. These type of products are hard because like once the end gets dull, it becomes hard. Like you can't really sharpen it or anything like that. So I didn't love that about it. I have two brow pencils. Oh my gosh, these have been in my collection for so long and I've enjoyed them for so long, and it's truly an end of an era having finished them. The first is the Too Faced Chocolate Brownie. I love this, and I talked about this like literally years because I rotate my brow products so much that it takes me a really long time to finish them. I've kind of changed that habit. I'm just working with one at a time now. But I really like this, and I would definitely repurchase it down the road. Ooh, that other one fell on the floor too. Anyways, and the last one is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in Dark Blonde. I like the product, but the color was a little bit off for me. But this is so nice to use as well. Nothing comes out. And I would repurchase this just maybe in a color that's better for me. My hair used to be blonde. Like I had it dyed to be blonde. This is my natural color. And so at that time I was using lighter brow pencils, but then when I started going back to my natural hair color, I didn't want to waste them, but it just still wasn't a good color. But anyways, long story short, I liked it, would repurchase, just in a different color. Okay, I had to get this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 products that I have used up 100% in 2022. Feels good. It feels good to like have it all in one place, talk about it, and get a good idea, because this had some other empties all over it, so I didn't know how much was truly makeup in here. But I feel okay about this. I of course would love to use more than this, but I think we're in a good place. So thank you all so much for watching, for being here. Let me know down below, how are your makeup empties going for the year? Are you using stuff? Are you having problems using stuff? Let me know. Subscribe if you want to stick around and see how much makeup I continue to use. I do weekly makeup baskets and declutters and all mostly makeup content over here. So subscribe if you like that. Otherwise, I hope you're all well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!